Hey, moms and dads. I want to talk to you a little bit about parenting on purpose in the area of technology, and specifically to see technology as an opportunity to teach our kids. So I'd like to take a moment just to focus in on three areas in this area of technology and seeing it as an opportunity to teach. The first would be emotional regulation. The second would be in the area of social skills. And then the third topic would be self-talk, or the inner dialogue in your thinking. So if we go back to the first one, what does it look like to use technology as an opportunity to help our children learn to regulate their emotions? Technology is going to bring big emotions, whether that's when you're limiting a young child in their time with technology, there's going to be disappointment. Or if we're talking about a teenager and they're on social media and they see that their friends are together and they didn't even know about it. And an important skill in life is being able to regulate our emotions. And part of that is knowing what our emotions are, knowing the messages those bring, and the reality that the goal in life is not necessarily that we always feel positive emotion. If that becomes the goal, then what it does is it hinders our ability to navigate uncomfortable emotions, and then the long-term result is that we can't feel either. When I say regulate emotions, I'm really thinking of three things. That would be able to name the emotion, then to be able to size it correctly. What level of intensity seems appropriate for this event? And then third would be how to walk with it. How do you carry that emotion and move into appropriate behavior with it? Now I'd like to just focus a little bit on social skills to see technology as an opportunity to grow social skills. There's a lot of social interaction that happens on technology. But it's a little different than what we did a generation ago, where most of the social skill interaction was done in person, which is really helpful because you get feedback, and in that feedback then you learn like what works, what doesn't. When it's online, then that doesn't happen, and then it makes sometimes social skills more of a deficit. So if we can see and recognize when a text comes through to help them think about how to respond in a way that's helpful for the recipient, and how they're supposed to receive when they get something back, those would be really good opportunities for us to be able to help them know how to navigate that. And then to think about how to navigate the world out there when they do move into in-person interaction. And then in the area of thinking, that the reality is that we always have this inner dialogue going on in our mind, but a lot of times we don't even recognize it's there, and certainly our kids aren't going to recognize the thoughts that they're experiencing. But if we can help bring those out in explicit sort of ways of like, hey, I'm curious, as you read this, or you saw this video, or you got this response, where did your mind go? What did you start to think? And to look for how is it impacting their view of themselves, or how is it impacting their view of others, or just the world in general, and then to be able to speak truth into that. One of the things I think you find, especially in the Psalms, is that if we just listen to ourselves, then our emotions are going to tend to write the stories or write the thoughts that go on in our mind, and that tends to take us in an unhelpful direction. But when we start to talk to ourselves, when we know what's true, and we start to talk that and rehearse that to ourselves, that can be really helpful and life-giving. One of the things that maybe would summarize part of what I'm saying here is I think we want to really help our kids come up with the correct meaning of the things that they're experiencing online. It's so easy to put the wrong meaning to the experiences that we have as adults or for our children. And if we can help them put correct meaning to events, that is going to put them at a very big advantage. So I just invite you into that space. And I think that's a big part of what it means to engage technology on purpose with our kids.